This is Silver Dawn. She's not the newest ship in the Silversea Cruises fleet. She's not even the newest class of ship. But she may just be one of our favourite cruise ships of all time. In this no-nonsense, mildly obsessive and definitely luxurious guide, we'll be giving you the full tour, every glittering public space, and a full dining guide of every dining venue, yes, including the expensive ones. We'll take an in-depth look at the suites, including the owner's suite, which costs up to $50,000 per week. To answer the question, is Silver Dawn the perfect cruise ship? We joined Silver Dawn during her 2025 World Cruise as she swept through South Africa and Namibia, and while that journey deserves its own cinematic treatment, which helpfully we've left a link in at the end if we've finished it, this episode is all about the ship. So cease what you're doing, abandon all other trivialities, and follow me up the gangway. The metaphorical canapes await. Let's go! In the frankly bewildering world of modern cruising, where new ships are launched with the regularity of a new flavour of crisps, a vessel less than 5 years old can be considered something of a seasoned veteran. So, while the Silver Dawn isn't the new hotness, nor the latest architectural experiment from the shipyard, she is, and I say this with the conviction of a man who has sampled an alarming number of ships' pre-dinner canapes, one of our absolute favourites. Not just of the fleet, but quite possibly of any fleet, anywhere. The design highlights of the Silver Dawn are a tale of two very interesting, very Roman concepts: food and pampering, or as Silversea call it, S.A.L.T and Otium. Yes, it sounds like a detective duo from a stylish 70s cop show, but it's actually a rather clever way to distract you with phenomenal cuisine and absurd levels of comfort while you sail the Seven Seas. First, let's get the vitals out of the way, the sort of thing you'll find on a dating profile for a 40,700-ton vessel. She entered service in 2022, stretches a respectable 213 metres, and carries a maximum of 596 guests. She has a crew of 411. That's a crew-to-guest ratio of 1.45. Not class-leading, but it's a level of attention that'll keep you pampered. You'll think, I fancy a Negroni, and a man in a crisp tailored jacket will simply materialise at your elbow with one, and possibly a plate of immaculate nibbles. But before we get distracted by pampering, let's just take a quick deck-by-deck tour. There are 3 Muse-class ships in the Silversea fleet: Silver Muse, Silver Moon, and Silver Dawn. Interestingly, from a design perspective that makes them different to almost any other cruise ship, their layout puts all the accommodation at the front of the ship, while all the venues are predominantly at the aft of the ship. This makes navigation of the ship from the guest perspective very easy indeed. So let's see inside. Our journey begins, as all life does, near the bottom. Deck 4 is the culinary nucleus. This is mission control for your taste buds. Each venue down here is reached from this elegant inner lobby, a design feature I absolutely love. On one side, the Grand Dame, Atlantide, a reassuringly classic dining room for when your palate desires a perfectly grilled Dover sole and not an ounce of conceptual fuss. Opposite, the dynamic duo of deliciousness, the destination-driven S.A.L.T kitchen, and the serene Japanese enclave, Kaiseki. I'll be showing you these in much more detail later in the video. Nestled between these two is the S.A.L.T bar, a tiny venue which has the magnetic draw of a fused-together, super-exclusive London club and an uber-cool basement jazz bar. The cocktails in here are exquisite, and its small dimensions means it retains that exclusive speakeasy vibe. Finally, you'll also find the S.A.L.T Lab, a test kitchen where you can learn to cook the food of the region you're sailing through. It's like a school cookery class, only with much better ingredients, much more skilled chefs, and without the school bully flicking ingredients at you. Deck 5 is the social heart of the ship. Here we are in Dolce Vita, the ship's main bar and lounge. And when I say main, I mean it's practically the living room for the entire vessel. Gleaming circular bar commands the centre like a glamorous UFO landing, while reception, shore concierge, and future cruise sails are neatly tucked away at one end, discreetly ready to sort out everything from lost luggage to your next 6-month round-the-world jaunt. Evenings here come with a soundtrack, either the ship's pianist or a solo guitarist, creating just the right vibe for both the pre-dinner aperitif crowd and the one more drink before bed contingent. Slip through to the aft and you'll find the Venetian Lounge, the ship's theatre. Now, theatres are usually stuffed in the bow like a theatrical afterthought, but here it's at the back. And frankly, I much prefer it this way. The front of the ship is where you feel the most motion, so if you're prone to bobbing around like a cork, this is a far more civilised setup. Deck 6 is the deck of exertion and relaxation. You have the Otium Spa. Well, it's not just a spa, it's a sanctuary of hushed tones and scent-infused air. It whispers promises of wellness and spiritual balance. It's a haven of tranquility, which we will delve into in more luxurious detail shortly. At the rear of the spa is the fitness centre, a glass-fronted room of pain and judgment, filled with gleaming techno-gym equipment. Here you can watch the ocean glide by, while you try to offset the previous evening's cheese course. It's a noble, but often futile battle. Deck 7 is the Italian job, with a side of jazz. This deck is almost entirely dedicated to two fantastic evening venues. At the back you'll find La Terrazza. Now this place is a master of transformation. By day it's a bright, breezy buffet, a very, very upmarket one, mind you. But at night the lights dim and the white tablecloths appear, and it becomes, by reservation, a truly superb Italian restaurant. It feels authentic and special, a little slice of the Amalfi Coast in the middle of the ocean. Further forward is the moody, intimate Silver Note. This isn't just a restaurant, it's a vibe. A supper club from a bygone era with low lighting, a jazz duo crooning in the corner, and a menu of global tapas-style dishes designed for lingering. It's the kind of place you go to feel effortlessly cool. Squeezed into the remainder of Deck 7, you'll find the rather petite casino, a little pocket of Monte Carlo where wellness is measured in winning hands and the only mantras are the gentle whirring of the roulette wheel. There's a place of hope, despair, and complimentary nuts. Deck 8 begins with an artistic interlude. Here lies the Arts Cafe, a delightful light-filled space that's part coffee shop, part gallery, part patisserie. Perfect spot for a macchiato and a miniature cake that looks too good to eat. Well, you'll eat it anyway, believe me. Beside the Arts Cafe is La Dame, the most expensive restaurant on the ship. French fine dining surrounded by opulent decor, including these Lalique glass panels designed and created exclusively for Silversea. Oh la la! Also on this deck is the boutique, offering a curated selection of jewellery, watches and designer clothing. The main event on Deck 9 is the magnificent Panorama Lounge, a vast semicircular room wrapped in glass. It's the ship's primary indoor social venue with a view. Oh, and there's a beautiful and sprawling outdoor terrace too. By day, inside or out, it's a tranquil spot for reading a book or watching the world drift by. By night, it becomes the ship's liveliest hub for pre-dinner cocktails and post-show dancing to a live band or DJ. Tucked away discreetly off this lounge is Connoisseur's Corner. It's a hushed, leathery sanctuary that smells of old books, expensive whiskey, and quiet contentment. It's one of the few places indoors you can enjoy a fine cigar, and it has a comfy outdoor area too. This area is not just a draw for those who like to smoke, it's actually a place I'd want to enjoy too. It's lovely. Have you seen a nicer looking smoking area on a ship? Leave a comment. At Deck 10, we have at last reached the great outdoors, or at least the meticulously managed version of it. This is the main pool deck, and it's a masterpiece of understated elegance. A large heated saltwater pool is the centrepiece, flanked by two bubbling whirlpools, and more than enough comfy sun lounges to avoid the extremely annoying sunbed hogger syndrome. My only criticism is that the hot tubs don't have any shade over them at all, but that might not bother you. The pool bar is conveniently placed for continual refreshment, and opposite that is the grill, the casual daytime dining spot that, by night, transforms into the interactive Hot Rocks experience. It's the social eatery of the ship on a sunny sea day. On the same deck, stroll around to the very aft of the ship, and it will reveal to you a super quiet area with these lovely circular daybeds and its own whirlpool. It's perfect for those tranquil afternoons when you want to be pretty much alone. Well, alone with your own whirlpool. Head upstairs to Deck 11. Perch right at the top of the ship, and you'll discover plenty of sun-soaked seating with sweeping views of the pool. This is also where the running track loops gracefully around, clearly marked for those heroic calorie-burning strolls that make you feel virtuous enough to order an extra dessert later, or maybe an ice cream from the next venue. Because at the opposite end, overlooking the pool, is Spacca Napoli, the ship's open-air pizzeria. It serves ice cream too. We suspect it serves the finest, most authentic pizzas at sea, though in fairness, we've not completed the arduous task of sampling every single ocean-going pizza. Research is ongoing. What we can say is, it's blooming good. And tucked further forward on this deck is the only public space at the very front of the ship. Slip through a corridor lined with grand silver suites and you'll emerge at the observation library. It's an ideal perch for those long summer sailaways with a drink in hand, or if you're feeling competitive, for gathering a few shipmates around a game table during the day. Oh, and if you want to look at one of those silver suites, we've got a video all about them because we stayed on one in Silver Moon. We'll give you a link at the end. Now, before we dive fork first into dining, we need to talk about Otium. Born and bred for Silver Dawn is not just a feature, but a full-blown philosophy, an indulgent experience that can easily become the cornerstone of your time on board, if you choose to embrace it. So, what is Otium? Well, forget kale smoothies, this is wellness as the Romans intended. Celebration of pure, unadulterated pleasure. The spa itself is merely the starting pistol. The real magic happens after your massage, where instead of a tepid green tea, you're guided to a relaxation lounge for champagne and exquisite chocolates. It's about savouring the bliss, not scurrying away from it. But the masterstroke is how Otium follows you back to your suite, a relentless campaign of coddling orchestrated by your butler. This manifests in several ways. First off, the bathing experience. A full-blown ritual where your butler draws the tub with bespoke salts, adds a pillow, candles and a tray bearing champagne and snacks. Makes a normal shower feel like a trip through a car wash. Secondly, the balcony experience, cleverly adapted to the weather. Sailing the fjords, expect cashmere blankets and a gourmet hot chocolate menu. Basking in the Med, it's refreshing body mists and chilled cocktails all round. Thirdly, the comfort food experience, a glorious 24-hour menu that scoffs at restraint. At any hour, you can order a foie gras burger, a lobster and caviar brioche, or even truffle popcorn for the ultimate movie night. We did that. Very good. Finally, the sleeping experience. To end the day, your bed is a sanctuary, featuring a custom Otium mattress, a vast pillow menu, and 400 thread count Egyptian cotton linens. In short, Otium is Silversea's delightful and very successful experiment in weaponizing indulgence, ensuring every moment is dedicated purely to your pleasure. Oh, we all like the sound of that, don't we? Right, let's get on with the dining. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, which after a week on this ship with all this amazing food, was me. You don't book Silversea for water slides or climbing walls. You book it because you want to eat and drink until you gently forget what day it is. But, are you sitting down? It's not all-inclusive. But if I'm being perfectly honest, the included restaurants are all you really need on a ship of this deliciousness. Let's take a look at those first. Atlantide is your culinary bedrock, the ship's dependable anchor. It's a proper grown-up restaurant with elegant tableware, plush seating and waiters that could possibly debone a Dover sole blindfolded during a Category 3 typhoon. The menu is a greatest hits of European steak and seafood fine dining. One night you might have a delicate sea bass, the next a perfectly seared filet mignon. As for the evenings when you don't want a gimmick or a concept, you just want impeccably executed food and sensibly matched wines in a grand setting. Opposite Atlantide, but a universe away in concept, S.A.L.T Kitchen, and it's Silversea's magnificent high-minded obsession. This isn't just food from the region, it's a deep dive. The menu completely reinvents itself every few days to mirror the port you're in. It's also the only restaurant we've ever been to that served bread in a flower pot. Dock in Cape Town like we did, and the menu erupts with vegetable bunny chow and apricot Cape salmon. Sail to Mauritius, and suddenly you're feasting on Mauritian chicken biryani and banana tart. It forces you out of your comfort zone in the most delicious way possible. It's an education on a plate, and the fact that this level of culinary creativity comes at no extra charge is frankly borderline suspicious. What are they expecting in return? Oh, that's right, guest satisfaction. With us, they definitely have it. La Terrazza is a master of disguise. For breakfast and lunch, it's a bright, breezy and dangerously high-quality buffet. I'm not talking about sad trays of lukewarm scrambled eggs here. I mean a fresh mozzarella bar, a sushi chef on standby, a carvery station, and more salads than a wellness retreat. Then, at night, it performs a Cinderella-esque transformation. The lights dim, the candles are lit, and it becomes a reservation-only a la carte Italian restaurant. And a frightfully good one at that. They serve authentic regional dishes. The homemade pasta is divine. It is, without question, one of the best Italian meals you'll find at sea. This alfresco dining venue is a tale of two personalities. By day, the grill is a perfectly lovely poolside spot for a gourmet burger or a fresh salad while you dry off in the sun. But by night, it becomes hot rocks. The waiter brings you your chosen cut of meat or fish, along with a searingly hot 400-degree volcanic slab. Perched at the very top of the ship, Spacca Napoli is an outdoor pizzeria and is an understated triumph. It's named after the famous street that splits Naples, the birthplace of the pizza. And here, the pizza is just as authentic. I'm talking proper, thin, slightly chewy, beautifully blistered crusts, topped with tangy San Marzo tomatoes and creamy buffalo mozzarella. Eating a perfect pizza here with a gentle sea breeze and a panoramic view of wherever you happen to be is one of those simple, enormously satisfying travel moments. If Silver Dawn has a cool, mysterious night spot, Silver Note is it. It's a jazz club. It's a cocktail bar. It's a restaurant. Well, it's all three. You sink into a low-lit booth, a saxophonist or pianist begins to play, a jazz singer starts to croon, and a succession of exquisite, tapas-style small plates from around the world appear as if by magic. The dishes are designed for sharing and lingering over, allowing the music and atmosphere to wash over you. It's impossibly romantic. Makes you feel about 30% more mysteriously sophisticated just by being there. Arts Cafe is the ship's daytime social hub and gourmet pit stop. It's a light, airy space that serves everything a civilized person might need between meals. Barrister-made coffee, freshly squeezed juices, delicate little sandwiches, and a refrigerated case full of pastries and cakes so beautiful you almost feel guilty for eating them. Well, almost. It's the perfect spot for a light breakfast, a cheeky afternoon tea, or just sit with a book and a macchiato. Oh, and cake. Always cake. Kaiseki is a clever little secret. At lunchtime, the normally surcharged Japanese restaurant offers a complimentary open-seating menu of superb sushi, sashimi and other light bites. It's often overlooked, making it a wonderful, tranquil escape for a pristine and healthy lunch. And while the evening attracts a cover charge, this feels like cheating. In-suite dining isn't your average room service with a sad cling film sandwich and lukewarm fries. This is 24/7 private dining. You can order from a full, extensive menu anytime you like. It's all there on your huge TV screen to choose from. And get this, during restaurant hours you can order a complete course-by-course meal from the Atlantide menu, served in your suite, on your balcony, by your butler. Yes, your butler. You can have a private 5-star dinner party for two, in your pyjamas. Well, that's the ultimate indulgence. Now, let's look at the premium extra cost venues. The one, the only grand dame of extra cost dining, La Dame is named after La Dame de Paris, or the Eiffel Tower. For a fee of $60 per person, that's $100 on Silver Nova and Silver Ray, you enter a world of unapologetic French opulence. The room is intimate and lavish, the service is haute couture, and the food is, well, magnifique. Think foie gras, escargot, and signature dishes that really should be Michelin-starred. It's rich, it's classic, and it's a truly memorable event. Is it worth the splurge when the free food is already world-class? Well, for a special occasion, or if you're a devout Francophile, absolutely. It's the difference between flying business class and flying first. Both are lovely, but one is just that little bit more flamboyant. Now, kaiseki in the evening, well, this tranquil space transforms into an authentic teppanyaki experience and requires a reservation and a $40 per guest cover charge. That's $80 on Silver Nova and Silver Ray. $40 might sound like a lot considering you can eat in here for free at lunchtimes, but you may soon realise you're essentially paying for dinner and an art exhibition. The service is flawless from the moment you arrive, and the food is presented with such delicate precision you half expect the chefs to be wearing surgical headlights and using tweezers. Japanese fine dining isn't something we indulge in often. Our chopstick skills are a testament to that. But when we do, it's always unforgettable. Our advice: splash out on at least one dinner here. It's less a meal and more a miniature cultural event, and one where the cover charge feels entirely justified. Now, the third most important thing about any cruise after the ship and the dining, and we're not ranking here because it's a personal thing, is your accommodation. And on Silver Dawn, you're already winning before you've even unpacked. She's an all-suite ship, which means no gloomy inside cabins lurking in the bowels of the vessel. In fact, only 6 suites on the entire ship lack a balcony, or veranda, as Silversea rather grandly insists on calling it. We stayed in Suite 707, a superior veranda suite which sits neatly in the Goldilocks zone of Silversea's accommodation tiers. Not too low, not too high, just right. The only real difference between the classic, superior and deluxe categories is location, so whichever you pick, you'll be lounging in the same elegant space. And what a space it is! The layout is long and slender, but it absolutely makes up for it with gleaming marble countertops, a generous sofa you can genuinely stretch out on, and a hefty privacy curtain that turns your suite into a snug cocoon at night. There's sockets galore, so tech nerds like myself don't need to hot swap, and there's plenty of space for all your stuff. The bathroom is pure indulgence, floor-to-ceiling marble, a powerful shower, and those heavenly Otium bath products, which make even washing your hands feel like a spa experience. In short, it's everything you could want from a luxury cruise suite, elegant, practical, and with just the right amount of smug satisfaction when you realise every cabin on board is a suite. Now, if you're feeling extra flush, here's a couple of showstoppers to drool over while your wallet is forced into working overtime. Suite 801 is a grand suite, and it certainly lives up to its name. Positioned right at the front of the ship, it comes with the kind of sweeping ocean views that make you feel like you're captaining the whole ship. Just with considerably less responsibility, of course. Inside, the suite continues the theme of understated grandeur with plush seating, a separate bedroom, and a sense of calm sophistication that's frankly unfair to other categories of suite. You'll feel the ship's movement a touch more up front here, but that's a small price to pay for those cinematic sunrises. The wraparound veranda is vast and beautifully furnished, ideal for pretending you're in a glossy travel magazine, and plenty of room for your butler to go about his business. The business of pampering, of course. We even had dinner out here one evening, and it was nothing short of utterly dreamy. Suite 944, on the other hand, is the owner's suite, the undisputed pinnacle of onboard luxury. Think of it as the Grand Suite's more refined, less windswept cousin.
Well, good morning and welcome to our owner's suite here on Silver Dawn. We've got champagne, we've got robes. I'm Lord Richard. This is Lady Helen. Welcome to our day of pure, ownership. Isn't that right, honey? You should say yes, Lord Richard.
Yes, Lord Richard.
Perfectly placed midship for maximum stability, and minimal wobble with your wine glass, it's available in 1 or 2 bedroom layouts, making it ideal for families as it is for those who simply enjoy excessive square footage. Inside you'll find an elegant living space with every modern indulgence: Bose sound system, 55-inch interactive TV, illy coffee machine, and more marble in the vast bathroom than a Roman emperor's palace. Whether you're curled up indoors or lounging on the sprawling veranda, or maybe having breakfast out there, the owner's suite redefines comfort at sea, effortlessly elegant, perfectly balanced, and just a little bit show-offy in the best possible way. Ah, the Silver Dawn, a ship that knows exactly who she is and couldn't care less about keeping up with the floating theme parks berthed next to her. She's not for everyone. She's for the traveller who prefers caviar to corn dogs, conversation to chaos, and believes a destination can be tasted as well as toured. Here, luxury doesn't shout, it whispers subtly and exquisitely through every glass of champagne and every perfectly folded napkin. Is she the perfect cruise ship? Well, that depends on your definition of perfect. We think she's probably closer than most. But if perfection to you means a butler who actually does butler things without complaint or delay, and a dining experience that charts your journey one mouthful at a time, then yes, Silver Dawn just might be your idea of perfection at sea. Well, why not compare her to Silversea's newest class of ship by clicking this link right here and see which one you prefer, and let us know in the comments. Thank you.